My name is Brenda Ireland. I am Anishinaabe Métis from the prairies. I have a grandmother from Standing Rock, South Dakota, and a grandmother from Turtle Mountain, North Dakota, which makes me a non-status Indigenous person of this country. My position at BCIB is the senior advisor for Indigenous Relations. That whoever has a dream, regardless of who they are, what their abilities are, what their skills are, has an opportunity to realize that dream. And they are supported in accomplishing those dreams in an organization that understands that, sometimes accommodation needs to happen. And that's okay, because everyone has gifts. The Creator has given us all gifts. And we, in our life journey, our responsibility is to realize those gifts. So to be part of BCIB and part of that working to make dreams come true is incredibly exciting. I like an organization that's not afraid to say the word racism or systemic racism or white privilege. It's refreshing. It's refreshing to be involved in an organization that acknowledges the challenges that equity groups, Indigenous people have, and is willing to do what is required to make a difference. I love saying that BCIB is setting standards of practice in diversity and inclusion. I mean, it's not just about, myself and another couple Indigenous people running around trying to educate the whole of an organization. It's a commitment that comes from the board down. It's a commitment that looks at policies and procedures and how do we do things differently, and how can BCIB set those standards of practice that are going to make construction sites a different place, like 4 years from now, than they were 4 years ago. Everyone should receive Indigenous Cultural Competency training because we live in this country together. Indigenous people carry the weight of history every day of their lives, the legacy and the impacts of colonization, and it's a heavy weight. And so I look at ICC and my colleague, Dr. Paulette Regan, and I've worked on this together. We look at ICC as a way of sharing the weight of that history, because it's going to be almost impossible for us to get on a path of reconciliation if we don't understand our shared history and we don't understand what has happened and we don't understand the impacts on Indigenous people. I mean, it's easy for us to judge and to point fingers and to be critical if we don't really understand how this person has walked, how their community has walked, how this nation has walked in its treatment of Indigenous peoples. And it's really difficult for a human being to walk away from this training and not be committed to doing things differently.